So I have, again, my cards in my hand. And here we go. Let's get our card for the day. And happy winter solstice, everybody. All right. Connect up to me. Which card, which principle would most support you today in your day and be a focus and a practice that will support you to make your next evolutionary step? Better than you could ever imagine again. It is such a core principle that it's great that this is coming up again. You know, this notion that, you know, perception is your power tool. And really how I introduced today, you know, ultimately better than you could ever imagine is the perception that you're holding, and that no matter what is showing up out there, you just hold the perception that it is better than you could ever imagine. So let's see what we haven't read yet of this principle. So this is paragraph 3. Do you yearn to know the origin of the life you are presently living? Take a moment right now. Notice and observe your thoughts that cross your own brain. Take 15 minutes and watch your thoughts as they come up. Don't judge them, just see them for 15 minutes. Were there any thoughts of fear, stress, lack, poor me, or victim worries? Was every thought you had about the beauty, abundance, joy, creativity, and the better than imagined experiences you say you want? Principle 1 invites you to make an about face and reverse course on all the harsh lessons and negative experiences of your life. Practicing this one principle is how you do it. So again, the key here, or the thing that jumps out at me, is don't judge them when you watch your thoughts. That's one of the things that we see happen a lot, is once people start practicing observing their thoughts, observing what's inside, they start judging. Oh God, I can't believe I've been so judgmental. I can't believe I've been so ... you know, name whatever emotion you're having. You don't want to do that. In this process of starting to become self-aware, notice and observe, not become, but observe the thoughts and the emotional reactions. You don't want to then go into a secondary reaction of judging what has really brought you to this very moment in time. So as you take principle 1 into your day, and as you're starting to practice taking control of your perception through this one principle of better than you could ever imagine, for this one perception of better than you could ever imagine, you want to be very careful that you don't go into that secondary, what I call a slingshot reaction of self-judgment. Now, there's one little thing that I want to make sure you understand. So we are very clearly saying better than you could ever imagine. So what happens often is people then start going around going, oh yeah, that was better than I could ever imagine. So I want you to do a little practice here, a little test. So when you say, just let yourself get quiet and then say better than I could ever imagine. And just feel how that feels when you say better than I could ever imagine. And just let that feel where the energy flows with that. And then do the same thing better than you could ever imagine, but with the you, what you're holding is the vastness of the intelligence in the universe. Okay? So you wanna hold that when you're saying better than you could ever imagine, you're going as broad and expansive and as to the broadest possible intelligence that is out there. And it's better than you could ever imagine. And so say it with that intention and feel where the energetic goes with that. When I did this the very first time, it was so amazing. What I felt with when I said better than I could ever imagine, there was like a boomerang effect. It went out and came back in. That was energetically what it felt like, which, you know, is not terrible, but there was definitely a containment of that. But when then I tried to say better than you could ever imagine, it was like this force of energy that flowed out of my heart and as far as I could possibly imagine into the universe. It was like I made the declaration and it went out. And so for that reason, you always want to hold it as better than you could ever imagine, with that broad expanse of holding the you as the intelligence that is out there. So again, you know, this is a great principle to practice. It takes so much time or rearrangement of our perceptions to really understand this one, and to understand that you are, period, end of sentence, the creator of your own reality, and whatever your experience is a mirror reflection back to you of your thoughts and perceptions, of which there are generally about 60,000 thoughts that cross our brain every day, of which we are, if we're lucky, aware of about 100. And so in order to help us in this process of waking up, we're setting a default perception of better than you could ever imagine. So enjoy, and, you know, again, play with this. This is so fun, you know. This is like play with better than you could ever imagine as you're looking for a parking space, or, you know, look for the tiny little magic and the tiny little delights that come with this, with practicing this principle. So, and with that, happy solstice, happy longest, shortest day of the year and begin of winter. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Yes, even on a Sunday. All right, good night. Good night. Goodbye, everybody.